it's really quite a defining moment for China because it indicates a determination to begin to liberalize markets. I know the headlines have been stolen by the adaptation of the one-child policy. That's of great interest, but the real driver in all this is the liberalization of capital markets, which will have a vast opening up effect on trade between China and all its trading partners, and will be extremely important for London and the United Kingdom as well.
The third plenum offers the opportunity for a quantum leap for China. China has grown very rapidly on the basis of infrastructure development, and looking forward, a freer economy will allow China to become more of a consumer society, more of a market economy. It's a great transformation. It's another great transformation. Does the third plenum live up to expectations? Ask me in 10 years' time.
Well, on the financial side, the how, of course, just involves changes in the procedures and changes in the regulations and laws. I mean, I'm thinking about the freeing up of the renminbi. If the London is going to become the great offshore renminbi centre, as I personally hope it will do, then somebody's got to make some administrative changes governing the handling of the currency. So that's the way that will happen. More broadly, of course, China is already embracing capitalist ways in its markets and its production methods and its procedures. So the more those extend to its international stance, and it's really got to become the full player in the World Trade Organization, the better for the rest of us. Well, organizations like the 48 Group are vitally important in opening and widening the dialogue both ways, understanding and respecting Chinese points of view and China understanding and respecting our points of view here in the United Kingdom. Sometimes even offering candid criticism, because that's what proper friends do. And there's plenty of room for observations on both sides on how we could improve relations and how China can take its place as a really significant player in the World Trade Organization, to which it's already signed up.
KPMG has a wonderful relationship with the 48 Group. My partner Richard Reed works very closely with the 48 Group team, accompanied your recent visit to China. We find the insights and in particular the long-term relationships that the 48 Group brings really puts us into contact with key members of the Chinese community and Chinese industrialists.
I'd like to introduce His Excellency Mr. Liu Xiaoming, Chinese Ambassador to the Court of St. James.
Dear friends, the third plenum is not only a new powerhouse for China's future development. I believe it also created new opportunities for China-UK cooperation. This is consensus of the leaders of our two countries. The opportunities are clear to see. Specifically, I believe the decision has opened 10 new opportunities for China-UK cooperation. I will give you in specific terms what are these 10 opportunities. First, market access. The decision provides for uniformed market access. On the basis of an active list, all market players have equal access to sectors out of the list in accordance with the law. An approach that combines pre-establishment national treatment and inactives will be adopted towards foreign investment. Decision further clarifies that China will open up in an orderly manner these areas: financial, educational, cultural, medical and other service sectors. China will lift restrictions on foreign investment in these areas: child care, old age support, construction design, accounting and auditing, and logistics and e-commerce. The general manufacturing sector will also be further opened up. In other words, Chinese market will be more open, fair, and transparent. Second opportunity, two-way investment. The decision aims to harmonize laws governing foreign and domestic investments. The changes will aim to maintain a stable, transparent and predictable policy environment for foreign investment. The decision also underlines the need to deepen reform in investment system in following way: expand outbound corporate and individual investments, recognize their status as investors, encourage innovative outbound investments such as green land investment, mergers and acquisition, securities, and joint investment at shore. On top of these legal changes, China will negotiate and sign investment agreements with countries and regions concerned. Without doubt, there will be a new wave of mutual investment between China and UK in the years to come. Third opportunity, free trade agreements. The decision says China will accelerate development of free trade zones. This will lead to reform of rules of market access and revised customs, inspection, and quarantine regulations. There will be a speeding up of negotiations on these new topics: environmental protection, investment protection, government procurement, e-commerce. All these are intended to build a network of high-quality free trade zones reaching out to the whole world. China and EU are the largest trading partners to one another. We appreciate Prime Minister Cameron's statement on his China visit that he will help put through a China-EU free trade agreement. We hope that our two countries will use Prime Minister Cameron's visit as an opportunity to start related consultations at an early date, increased consultations, coordination in backing free trade, and working together to pull off the plan. Fourth opportunity, financial cooperation. According to the decision, China will take steps to improve financial market system, further open up financial sector, encourage financial innovation, build a multi-tiered financial market, introduce more financial products, work for mutual openness of capital market, increase the convertibility of cross-border capital and financial transactions, and make RMB convertible under capital account. I believe this impetus of Third Plenum, London will take faster steps in becoming offshore center for RMB business. This means our financial corporations will benefit more from increased business and exchanges. Fifth opportunity, innovation in science and technology. The decision aims to deepen reform in science and technology system, set up innovation models that join the industry, universities, and research institutions, foreground enterprises in technology innovation, and build a national innovation system. In particular, it stresses strengthening the use and protection of intellectual property rights, improving the incentive measures for scientific innovation, and exploring setting up an IPR court. During Prime Minister Cameron's visit, China and UK signed an MOU on a £200 million innovation fund. The objective is to support joint R&D projects for our companies and scientific research institutions. On IPR protection, Premier Li Keqiang made it clear to Prime Minister Cameron that China's economic transformation has come to a critical juncture. Scientific innovation is essential to economic transformation and upgrading. But in absence of effective IPR protection, it will be a serious challenge to motivate enthusiasm for innovation from our universities or businesses. Following this trend, Chinese government has recently decided to disclose penalties administered to all cases of IPR infringement. Those infringing companies and individuals will pay serious penalties for their wrongdoings. This fully demonstrates the firm resolve and credible actions of the Chinese government to protect IPR. Sixth opportunity, stronger spending ability. The decision aims at a reasonable and orderly income distribution. China will increase the income of low earners. In turn, this will enlarge the middle class and so bridge the income gap between rural and urban areas. The same policies will aim to reduce income differentials between sectors and between regions. This means all Chinese will have more money to spend on quality imports, overseas traveling, and shopping. Seventh opportunity, development of a central and the western part of China. The decision calls for further opening up of border areas in China's hinterland. The objective is to promote coordinated development in trade, investment, and technology innovation in these areas. China will innovate models of processing trade. It will create institutions that help form industrial clusters in western parts of China. It will support more cargo flights to and from interior areas. In fact, Britain has taken very visionary step by opening direct flights between London and Chengdu. Britain will also soon open a new Consulate General in Wuhan. While accompanying Prime Minister's visit, on his visit into Chengdu, I witnessed the speed and scale of development in the western part of China. And I also felt strongly the ample space for future China-UK cooperation this will provide. The fourth opportunity, cultural and people-to-people exchanges. The decision says China will increase openness in cultural sector. The effect will be to broaden cultural exchanges with foreign countries, foster export-oriented businesses in cultural sector, and support their efforts to explore overseas markets. Encourage social organizations and Chinese companies to take part in programs like Confucius Institute, China's cultural centers, and to undertake cultural exchange projects. And China will draw upon the finest of foreign cultures, attracting talent, technologies, and expertise. I believe all this will inject new dynamisms into China-UK cultural and people-to-people exchanges. The two sides also signed 4 commercial contracts on medical businesses with a combined value of over £150 million. This shows that medical and healthcare cooperation will be a new growth area in China-UK cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, the third plenum marks a new starting point for China. At the same time, the meeting of our national leaders set sail on a new voyage of China-UK relationship. As an old Chinese saying goes, an opportune moment should not be missed. A good opportunity should be not wasted. I do hope our British friends, whatever sector you are from, will not miss the moment or waste the opportunity. I hope you will actively expand exchanges and cooperation with China in all fields. There are immense mutual gains if you ride on the train of China's comprehensively deepening reform. I am sure both countries will enjoy win-win from China's continuous growth. Let us work together for a better future of China-UK cooperation. Thank you very much. Thank you.